Hello, today we'll be talking about how to use basic Git functions. Uh, we'll be talking about merge, commit, pull, and push. We'll be using GitHub Desktop as a platform. So the reason why I propose GitHub Desktop is because it's easier to use, and basically as long as you put in a new file, you'll see a change like in the screen shown here currently. Uh, Obviously, when there's a new file, you see the green thing on the right hand side here is the changes that we have made to that file. So let's just move on onto how GitHub was created, how we use GitHub Desktop. So just to show what I've done previously, why this thing had happened is because I've created this Python file and just throw it in here. So this was the repository that I've created in my previous below. You can see on the top right hand corner of the video. You can click in to see how that was done. So once I have this file here, right, immediately in my current repository, which is test1, as you can see here and here. So this is actually a new file. I haven't made any commit. So what does this mean? Commit means you are currently working on a file and you think that you have worked to a certain point where you wanted to save the file. Saving the file locally on your desktop doesn't really provide you a version control. So what I would normally do is I would just initiate a commit where I would just give a very brief title such as adding a file finder.py file. So this is like new file added. I just add in a very simple description. So once you press commit, right, it just means that this commit file is still currently on your local file, which is inside the master branch. So what I can do is I can just push it to the origin. This means that it has been pushed to the web. Okay, if you go to the web page right now, so what you can see here is as we have committed and push it up, push basically just means that it has been uploaded to the web or uploaded to the version that is locally on this branch. So how does it make a difference? So let's say now I go back to the file. I'll just do some edit. So let's say I just add in a comment. Very simple one. I just save it. You'll notice that there will be a change here. Okay, so how does this work? If this means that currently I'm in the master branch, there's a difference in file when comparing to the master branch. If I were to start from, okay, so I'll just make this change first. I'll just commit add hash commit again and push it up. So this means that now the file on the web has a change when once this is done, I can click in here. You see that hashtag is inside on the web version of it. So now what we can do is we can create a new branch. Let's say I call it KK. So I've been moved into the current branch. The branch has yet to be published on site. So how to know whether this branch has existed on the web is you can press the button here. So what we can do now is we just press publish the branch. They will just upload onto the web. And just wait a while more. Okay, so it's done. So once you go in, you refresh your GitHub page, you'll notice that there is a branch called KK that has been uploaded. So now currently we'll be working on the current branch. Similarly, I'll do the same thing again. I'll be editing this file. I add another hash to it. I save it. I close. So what happens now, right, is you'll see a change here. So obviously you can see how version control works is the previous version inside the current branch. There are 2 hash. Now there are 3. So once I press barrel, I just added the hash. I commit. I push to the origin. So what these mean is if you were to compare the branch inside KK and masters, right? Masters has 2 hashes while the KK has 3 hashes. So if you go to the web, right, you go to the KK branch. Now you see there's a difference. The KK branch has 3 hashes. The normal master version has 2 hashes. So this means that this is how you can do version control without fully destabilizing your file. This is given the example where you might have a stable version already in the master file. That's normally how we do it. And you just branch out from one particular area and you start from there. So obviously you can see that now there's two different versions. So how do we merge the two together? So as assuming that your KK file already has the stable version, you click back into the master. In the KK branch, you have already uploaded as what we have shown just now. So what we can do, we can go to the branch, merge into the current branch. So where am I merging? I'm merging from the KK branch. So you will say here that merge KK into masters. It's quite intuitive. So you just press merge. So merging, right, doesn't mean that it's on the web. So as when you go to the website here, you see it hasn't merged yet. But once I push it to the origin, right, it just means that whatever changes that I made in the KK has been merged into the master and now is currently being pushed to the web. So if I were to refresh my web page, now my master branch has 3 hashes. So this doesn't just apply to one file. You can upload as many files as you want. You can even compare it on GitHub. What kind of differences do you have? Okay, so let's say I make another change in my master version right now. I just add the 4th hash. Okay, I'll save it. I close it. Okay, so you see the changes appear again. So, but now I'm currently working in the master branch. So one example, what we can do is we just test one, add 4th hash, commit, push. So I mean, pull is something that I'm seldom use, but it normally just means that if okay, so now I have a master file that has this. I go back to KK. In a way, right, you can do a pull request, which I personally don't use so much, unless you're working in working industry. I haven't yet, so apologies on that. So what I can do is I can compare. You can even do comparison. So you notice that you have merged KK master is into KK. So there are many functions that you can use here. Just choose one that is suitable to you. You can even compare the branch. So there are repository lists where you can see here. There's also like things like branches list. So this is the branch list that we were seeing just now. And what are the changes that we have made. So you can even click on history to see what are the commits that you have combined to and worked with. So just now when we add with the 4th hash, we haven't pushed it up to the web. So we just need to press push origin. So I think that's a very brief and simple way of using Git. Similarly, by having different branch, you can collaborate with different people. Just assign different people working with different branch. So maybe I have another KK2, KK3. You can just ask that person to work on that branch. As long as they know what they're doing. I would recommend them, if they really wanted to see how this is done, you can refer back to what I have done. Just refer them to the video. So if you like the video, please like and share to people who thinks that this is useful for them. And I definitely like for you all to subscribe to the video. So that's all for today. Hope you all have a nice day. Thank you.